Well, she is already in there. Oh, that's so sick. That's so sick. This is the bioactive enclosure now. The only thing we're missing is the ISOPODs. What's up, Donut family? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be turning Avocado's enclosure into a bioactive build, a legitimate one this time. I did a video a couple of videos ago, whatever the heck I'm trying to say, and pretty much people enjoyed it. But one of my good buddies, Rain, he pretty much came at me a little bit. He pretty much asked, he was like, why don't you have a drainage layer in your bioactive build? And I was like, never thought about that. So yeah, we're gonna take everything out and pretty much turn this into a bioactive build. Now, I don't typically do bioactive builds because I have monitors, and if you guys know anything about monitors like to screw things up. They dig up plants, they rip through plants, they do everything they can to destroy the enclosure. And it's not so much they're trying to destroy the enclosure, it's just more so that they are very inquisitive, they're very active, and they love to explore around the enclosure, they love to dig in things, and so that's kind of their enrichment. Having an animal like Avocado, she's not as aggressive, and so I'm super excited to build this for her, kind of what like I mentioned in the video a few videos ago, talking about the bioactive build. And yeah, so this is gonna be super exciting, we can kind of do some updates as well on the animals if you guys are curious about that. Here goes Shadow. Shadow is doing I mean, when he's out of the enclosure, he's awesome. Inside the enclosure, he's still unsure. And, you know, I know it's going to take some time. You know, I have switched his enclosures a few times, but, you know, this 6-foot enclosure, he has used every inch of it, and he's just been doing so well. Like I said, mainly out of the enclosure, but inside the enclosure, it's just kind of like just a maniac. He's like a firecracker. But I'm going to do some more socialization videos with him and, you know, hopefully show you guys the progress that we make. And here goes our baby Gaboon Viper. It has been doing so well. Well, she's been doing so well. She has been eating like a champ and just doing such an amazing... She's been doing so cool, so great. I can't even brag enough about her. She's been awesome. She does move around here and there. She goes from over here to back in the corner and everything. Even got her to drink some water, so that's really cool. Before long, we're gonna have to be upgrading her enclosure, but she's gonna be doing great in this enclosure for right now. This is a normal frame. As you can see, she's just a little dot right there. So before long, she's going to be super big. And before long, we're going to have this enclosure filled with another awesome hot. So you guys want to stay tuned for that. I'm super excited about that. Here goes Kimmy, the Kimberly Rock Monitor. Doing amazing as always. I added some snake shed in there just to kind of mimic, you know, snake skin out in the wild. Kimmy has been doing awesome as well. We've been working on it's in socialization. I don't show it off as much because it's so hard to catch this guy out, but you know, he's been doing amazing and I just love him so much. Anybody who's ever had Kimmys, man, I see what the hype is. I just wish they weren't so skittish, but you know, it's cool. And this is old rattlesnake skin that I have on the branch here. So super cool. Let's see if we can touch her or him. Nope. See, can we get a flick? Nope, not going for it. That's all cool. All right, so the first thing that you're gonna want whenever you're creating a bioactive build is you're gonna want a drainage layer. So pretty much what your drainage layer is going to be is pretty much a layer that does just that. It drains out all the excess water. What we're gonna use for our drainage layer is just some typical lava rock. Lava rock you can get at your local hardware store like Lowe's, Home Depot, or probably even cheaper at a mom and pop store. And it might cost a little bit more like a mom and pop store, but at least you're supporting local. At Lowe's, I bought this bag for about, I think maybe $5. It wasn't expensive at all, but I mean, if you want to up the charge a little bit, you might go to a mom and pop store, get it locally, and support local. But also, you can go to, of course, a reptile store and pay like, I don't know, I don't even know what the price is. I didn't even check the price, but I'm sure it's super expensive at a regular reptile store. So once you have your drainage layer, which is gonna be like your rocks or your drainage balls or whatever, I've recorded this 1,000 times, there's no way around it. But once you get whatever you need for the bottom part, that's gonna create the drainage, you're gonna want to get a gardening sheet type of deal. That's like a layer of like sheet that you can place over the rocks, over the balls, whatever you use. And just like so, you'll just lay this down inside your enclosure. I'm gonna lay it this way, just so that that's not sticking up there. Lay this way, just like so. And you can put that over like that. Super, super easy. And now that that's down, we'll be able to lay our substrate. All right, so what I'm gonna be using is a mix between peat moss and organic soil. I like to use organic soil just because it is organic. And I try to make sure that there's no pesticides or any type of like things, toxic things that could be toxic for your animals within the soil. And so I try to go as organic as 100% organic as possible so that there's nothing inside of it. You can also read your bags, make sure you read your labels and stuff, talk to the people that you're buying the stuff from, ask them, you know, is this safe for animals? Is this safe for reptiles? A lot of the times they might not know. At a reptile store they should know, but if you go to like a hardware store they might not know. So just read the bag, Google, there's a ton of research out there that's already done that can, you know, push you in the right direction. So don't try to low budget it. It's gonna cost you a little extra, but at least you know that you're safe. All right, so now that we've got our drainage layer, we have our layer of sheet to separate the drainage layer with now our substrate, which is a mix between 100% organic peat moss and 100% organic soil. Now that we've got all that, we're now going to put in our plant. Boom. Our plant of choice is going to be this beautiful, lovely Monstera. As you can see, Monstera. You want to be careful so that you don't hurt the plant in any way. Well rooted in here, so it's going to be a little fight, but we'll get it out as best as possible, and there we go. All right, I tried washing it off as best as possible, and it's still kind of doing its thing, but like I said, it's okay. We're going to go ahead and plant this over in this corner back here. We'll move this camera over here so you guys can kind of see that. Or you know what? I think I might make this the centerpiece. I'm gonna make this the centerpiece here. All right, we have officially got the enclosure all done, and Avocado is out of the and Avocado is now all rolling around me and whatnot. Excited to see her new enclosure. Well, her bioactive enclosure, real bioactive. Well, she is already in there. Well, enough of my yapping head. So, oh, that's so sick. That's so sick. She's already drinking off the real plant. How cool is that? But as you guys can see, this is the bioactive enclosure now. The only thing we're missing is the ISOPODS. Pretty much what the ISOPODS are the cleanup. All right, so I ran out of storage there, but what I was saying was we've got to get some ISOPODS and some springtails. So the springtails are pretty much going to be your mold cleanup crew to make sure that there's no mold buildup in here, which you're really going to want because, you know, with bioactive and lots of water and lots of heat, it creates mold. And so you don't want that because it's going to be bad for you to be breathing in, and it's going to be definitely terrible for your animal to be breathing in. And I don't want avocado getting sick. And then the isopods are going to be the ones that clean up the poop that comes out of avocado's butthole once she poops everything out. And she was feasting on some crickets while I was doing all this. So that's why she's drinking all the water and everything right now. And just super, you know, kind of on alert right now. But yeah, so this is the enclosure. We've got our monstera back there in the back. We've got some branches and stuff all around, which is super awesome. Do you like it, girl? Do you like it? You like it? She's like, let me get a chance to check it out. It's all being processed right now. I got you, girl. I got you. One thing I do like so far is the fact that this plant is holding this water. So that's a fake plant up there. And as you can see, I just sprayed this down and there's no water on it at all. It's just dried down. And so huge shout out to my guy Rain for you know, encouraging me to do the bioactive the right way, and even doing bioactive in general. You know, and once I get the isopods and the springtails, this whole thing is just going to be taking care of itself. So I'm excited for avocado to be getting this lovely bioactive build, and I'm sure she's going to be exploring around here pretty soon. But this is the enclosure from afar. Pretty soon, I'm going to get her another 4x2x4. I'm super excited for that. She's growing like a weed. So I'm going to get her a 4x2x4 here really soon, probably in the next month, probably in the next couple of weeks, honestly. But I'm going to get her a 4x2x4. We're in a new space, so we don't have to worry about all that craziness that we were dealing with, why I had to get rid of it in the first place. But she'll love it, I'll love it, and I'm excited for it. So without further ado, guys, I appreciate you as always for watching this video. Be sure to turn on post notifications and like the video. Also subscribe if you're not. I don't even check the analytics and all that stuff, but I'm pretty sure there's a good chunk of you guys that aren't subscribed because I'm always talking to new faces. Well, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not the one to really be asking for all that. I care, but I don't care at the same time. I just want to post content and show you guys my animals because I love to show them off. Wouldn't you? Don't you love to show your animals off? Well, anyway, I got some really cool projects on the way, so stay tuned for that. You don't want to miss it. Oh my.